Ever since October 7, when Hamas committed the greatest atrocity to Jewish people since the Holocaust, there has been this group of people that Hamas hates supporting them. Indeed, instead of researching anything, this group looks to the mainstream media and then hops on the bandwagon, blindfolded, and sleepwalks into the dumbest thing ever done. This very group blindly trusts the mainstream media, and it shows time and time again. What is this group? It, of course, is the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ Ultra Max Light group. Little do they know, Hamas hates them. I'm not just saying this either. We can take a look at Times magazine, not even a right-leaning magazine either. Let's look at an article posted on October 20th titled, "In Gaza, Queering the Map Reveals Heartbreaking Notes of LGBT Love and Loss." Now, first, I have to say that the Times is homophobic. What happened to the QIA+? But if we turn to paragraph 2, it says, and I quote, "A struggle to live freely in a place where homosexuality relationships between men are outlawed and open queerness violates social and religious morals." Also, if we look at all of the times that people decided to go against the grain and to be gay in public, they were killed for it. Take for instance, Mohammed Iswi, a military commander who outsaw 1,000 soldiers in a couple of attack tunnels. All was good for him until in 2016, someone said that he had sex with another man, and that's all that it took for Hamas to turn its back on him. They took him and reportedly tortured him by whipping him, hanging him from the ceiling for hours, and cranking loud music in his cell to deprive him of sleep. Then, after all that, shot him 3 times in the chest. Looking more recently though, in the West Bank, 25-year-old Mohammed Abu Maria was having gay relations when all of a sudden he started getting death wishes from his family until one day they acted. They beheaded him and he was found on the side of the road after he was murdered for being gay. The killer videoed the execution and shared it on social media. Again, Hamas and the people within the military of Hamas do not like the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ community, and neither does Muslim-dominated countries. Take for instance Afghanistan, where according to Abdul, a citizen says, quote, "Under the Taliban impersonation of Sharia law, homosexuality is strictly prohibited and punishable by death." He continues, quote, "Even when I see the Taliban from the windows, I feel really scared. My body starts shaking from seeing them. Civilians are being killed. I don't think that I'll be able to speak in front of them. As a gay person in Afghanistan, you can't reveal yourself, even to your family or your friends. I'm 21 years old. All of my life I spent in war, in bomb blastings, losing friends, losing relatives." End of quote. That's all of his words, not mine. So, okay, you might be thinking Afghanistan and Hamas are the only 2 kinds of countries when it comes to Muslim-dominated countries that actually hate gay people, right? Nope, this couldn't be farther from the truth. Although the left would like to talk about anything except for the facts, it doesn't make the facts any less true. So how about Iran? Surely, it can't be that bad because Joe Biden just recently sent over $10 billion over there, right? Nope, wrong. Instead, I introduce you to Alireza Verzila Monfred, a once lively and very happy young man who liked to travel, listen to music, and post videos on TikTok. Now, he is killed and beheaded by his own stepbrother and 2 older cousins. According to RFERL.org, quote, "Members of the Iran's gay community are forced to hide their sexual orientation, often leading double lives due to fear of prosecution by the state, which criminalizes homosexuality while society views homosexuality as a disease." Percy Elzerel's boyfriend said that the LGBT community is, quote, "extremely vulnerable while being exposed to horrific punishment and harassment." Quote, "On the one hand, the establishment has laws that include the death penalty and stoning for homosexuals. On the other hand, their families do not accept them, and neither does the society," he said. Quote, "If something happens to them at work or at school, if they get abused or raped, they don't have anywhere to run to." According to the same network, quote, "In 2017, Six Ring reported that a 23-year-old transsexual identified as Suavish was killed in Karishmabad in western Iran by his father, who, according to the report, committed suicide afterward. In 2004, Six Ring also reported the killing of a member of Iran's gay community by his father in northern Iranian village." Okay, so Afghanistan, Iran, and Gaza are the only 3 Muslim countries that don't like the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ community, right? You would be wrong. According to Human Rights Watch, quote, "Over the past 6 months, 54 LGBT Iraq Iraqis have survived harrowing violence at the hands of Iraqi armed groups in the police. Some of them also had the immediate knowledge of other LGBT Iraqis who had been killed or disappeared by armed forces due to their gender presentation or perceived sexual orientation. They continue, quote, "New report documents 8 abductions, 8 attempted murders, 4 actual killings, 26 instances of sexual violence, 45 threats to rape and kill, 42 cases of online targeted by armed units within the Popular Mobilization Forces PMF group, normally under the Prime Minister's control since 2016, against LGBT people in Iraq, and 8 cases of abuse by armed groups and police were against children as young as 15. In 39 cases, the victims were able to identify the armed group behind the attack against them. The numbers are most likely much higher. The attacks are known, yet, as many of the killings and disappearances in Iraq, the perpetrators have not been held accountable. How about Yemen, where according to the Washington Post, quote, according to the 1994 Penal Code, married men can be sentenced to death by stoning or for homosexual intercourse. Unmarried men face whipping or 1 year in prison. Women face up to 7 years in prison. So to recap, Gaza, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, and Yemen all not only do not like the LGBTQ or STVWXYZ community, but also go out of their way to torture, kill, and rape the people within this very group. This is the exact reason why I tell people that they should research the country that they are supporting, because they just support the country without any research. It's ridiculous on its face that people just fall for a narrative after narrative from the mainstream media, even if the mainstream media has shown that it is untrustworthy. No one ever dares to ever ask any questions because they are too scared of being ousted. It's disappointing, and frankly, people need to wake up, and they need to wake up fast. With that being said, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope that you liked this deep dive into actually what's going on, and if you did appreciate what I do here, please like this video so I know that you want to see some more of this kind of video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.